almost all native aquatic species will be adapted to their environment and the natural variability in their environment. So pretty much almost all of the native species are going to be cued into the timing of that transition from high flow to low flow. So cottonwood release their seeds in the spring, right? Willow release their seeds in the spring and early summer. Mayflies, there's mayfly hatches and emergences where they emerge out. The fly fishermen know this, right? When they emerge out, and that typically happens in the spring. And all of that's being cued on these gradual receding flows that are very predictable. Native fish migrating upstream, migrating downstream, spawning. The foothill-legged frog, their spawning is cued and tied to the spring recession. So almost all of the charismatic species that we think of and we monitor are taking advantage of that predictable window in time. Going back to the rod flows in the wintertime have the way that the schedule is designed is they're predictable for people, right? They're very flat, actually. We've taken some of that unpredictability out of the winter flows. That can be nice for us as community members because we know what the river's going to look like. We know that on any day I can go out and the river's going to look a certain way. But that might not be the best thing for the species and the ecology because lacking those winter flows is when we create new habitat. We get new germination. It's like a resetting of the system that comes in when we allow those winter flows to happen. And if the winter flows are changing the habitat and updating, like replenishing the river, right? Scouring away old debris and creating new spaces for new trees and new plants to grow in, that can all happen in the wintertime so that that habitat is then ready for when the species are going to be really doing their breeding in the springtime when it's predictable. So it's really important for the ecology to have those variable flows, but it does make it a little bit potentially less predictable for humans in that you would probably have to look at a gauge and be like, what's happening today? What's going to be happening tomorrow? It looks like the flows are a little bit higher today. I'm forecasting, I can see in the forecast with the upcoming gauge flows that it might be a little high over the next couple of weeks because they're going to, or the next couple of days, they're going to release higher flows. And we may need to be a little flexible in that. But the benefit of doing that is that the ecosystem is more rejuvenated and gets what it needs so that there are fish that we can go fish. There are frogs out there that we can go look at.